I think I need to explain myself just a little bit. The timing chain on my car is completely fine. When I explained to you guys that the timing chain on my car was slightly rattly, I was not lying. I just haven't explained myself well enough. Last week, my car went into the garage and the timing chain was replaced, along with a pulley and some other bits and bobs here and there. And therefore my engine went from sounding like this to now sounding like this. Pretty damn smooth, if you ask me. So I hope that's cleared a few things up. My engine is fine, it is healthy, but obviously we need to get the turbo done. You guys just have to bear with me at the moment because I don't earn massive amounts of money and it was quite expensive to get the timing chain and that lot done. So just bear with me. Some more interesting things will be coming soon, just some little cheap bits at the moment. But as you guys should know, I do read every single one of your comments. I try to reply to every single one as well. And the dust caps that I put on, I didn't know this, but because they're metal, they'll seize on. I guess it does make sense. So I'm gonna take them off, put a little bit of grease on the inside, screw them back on quickly, and then we won't have to worry about that, fingers crossed. So I don't actually own any copper grease, which I know is probably the thing that I should be using right now, but I do have instead some like lithium grease, whatever this actually is, but I'm just gonna dab a little bit of this on the inside of the dust caps, and then when I do a thread up, the thread should pull this grease through, and then they shouldn't seize on. We'll do that to all four, and then we'll move on to the next thing today. That's all four of these now nicely greased up. Hopefully they won't seize on. Last week then, if you remember, we installed these mirror caps right here, the lovely looking M style or M3 style mirror caps. They look pretty nice. And we also did these indicators here, which also look quite nice. Now, there's one other thing that I want to do. It's basically like a little generic BMW mod, I guess you could say, especially for these sort of generation of BMWs. And that is changing these front grills to the twin slat looking M Sport style ones. This shouldn't be too difficult because the eyebrows, that's what I'm going to call them, these parts of the grills are held on by 3 bolts, as you can see. One there, and another one there. So if we take all 3 of them off, these bits should just pull straight off from the top of the bumper. You can bolt the new ones on, and then it'll just be a job of getting these ones off after. This is gonna be a little bit difficult to show because this is as high as my tripod can get, but to get these 3 off, it's a T25. And as you can see, these are some very, very tiny bolts. So with all 3 off, we should be able to just take this out now. There we go. That is that little piece there removed. It's a little bit dirty under here, but we'll get the new one and we'll bolt it straight back on. So this is the new eyebrow for my car. It's just a black plastic one, no more metal ones. This looks quite nice though. It's glossy, so it should match with the mirror caps. First thing I'm gonna do though is line the dowels up into place, just like so. It's gonna be a little bit difficult because obviously the shape of the bumper is gonna want to bend ever so slightly. But we're going to start by getting the first bolt in with fingers and just get it nipped up ever so slightly. And then once done that, I'll do the other side just to hold both ends down. And there we go, that is the new eyebrow installed. That looks quite a lot nicer. It's just going to kill off obviously all of this kind of chromey look on the front. We'll get this one on quickly and then we'll actually start on the proper grills themselves. And that is both of those eyebrows on. That actually looks really, really nice. It's already such an upgrade from what we had before. Tuning, that's like 10 extra horsepower if you ask me. So to finish off the look, I've got these, which are obviously the twin slatted grills, and they'll go on right underneath the eyebrows. If these are the eyes, they're what, the nostrils. It's gonna be looking a little bit like that afterwards. That looks pretty nice and aggressive if you ask me. gonna have to find a way to get these out because obviously they're on clips. And if you remember my 1 series, it actually snapped the clips when when taking them out. So I'm gonna have to try and work a little bit more carefully this time, and maybe think about what I'm doing to try and not snap the clips so these actually sit in properly. So the way I'm going to attack this at first is just giving it some light pulling pressure. See if I can pull any of the clips out. Just, there we go, like that. If I could do that all the way along, might be able to get these out like that. There we go. That was quite a bit easier than what I thought. There we go. That was really straightforward actually, a lot easier than the 1 series. This is filthy back here. Bloody cobwebs for days. It is disgusting. But let's put this in. Hopefully I've not damaged anything, and hopefully it's just goes in nicely. Oh yeah, that's in properly this time. That isn't going anywhere, and that isn't loose like the other one was. Yes, you can see the clips on the bottom, but that looks so much nicer. Let's do this side and then we'll have a look afterwards. Well, a first proper look afterwards anyway, because this is going to look mean. Oh, yes. That is so much better than what we had before. Look at this. I'm over the moon with that. That looks so nice. And this is on properly. This isn't gonna be loose like it was before. Like, I can properly pull on these and it ain't going anywhere. Whereas on the 1 series, I could pull like that and it'll come out. Oh my God, I'm so happy with this. Honestly, that looks so nice. Yeah, that I really, really like. Now, there are some more things I need to do to the front end. Like the front bumper is not in the best of conditions, basically. It's got a split along the bottom of it. Let me show you. As you can see, this part of the front bumper here is hanging off. And as you can see, I'm constantly scratching the bottom of this because the car is a little bit too low. I would like to fix this at some point if I can. That's not gonna be easy because I have no experience really with working with bodywork, but I'm gonna hopefully at some point attempt to take the bumper off, try and fix that, maybe with a bit of fiberglass and some filler, and then put it back on. But I've got some plans to put some new headlights on the front of the car eventually. Like I said, I'm really struggling with money at the moment. You just got to bear with me. But I'm gonna hopefully get some new headlights, and then I want to raise the car up a little bit because the front is really low and the front tires are really, really skinny. But I want to get some new wheels before I put on some new tires and some new suspension. And then once I've done all of that, I eventually want to get a splitter kit to put onto the car, and I think it'll look awesome. That's just my ideas at the moment. Let me know what you guys think of that down below. But I'm thinking of getting some 19-inch spoked wheels that aren't twin like this, that are 10 all the way around. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you get the idea. I think I want to go for some silver wheels. I think that'll look really, really nice. That's just my idea of the car. I've got some other things that I want to do right now though, so let's crack on with them. That's a brief idea of what I've got for this. So the last thing I'm also going to do today is take off the rear badge. The reason I'm going to do it is it just makes the rear of the car look a little bit smoother, and having no badge on the other side, it looks a little bit out of place here. So we're going to take this off with the heat gun and a trim removal tool, and then put some glue remover on afterwards to hopefully get rid of the rest of the glue. And then we'll have a lovely looking rear end. Let's get going. So that is the rear badge taken off, and that's some glue remover put on top of it. What I'm going to do now is take this rough kind of cloth here, and hopefully if I wipe this off, the majority of that has come off. There are some tiny, tiny little bits left. I'm sure that will all come off with a polish. Doesn't actually look too bad, to be fair. There are just some thicker bits around the edges, which would come off with a little bit of elbow grease, I'm sure of it. That looks pretty good. I'll polish it up at some point as well, and then that'll look really, really nice. So that is where we're gonna leave it this week. There's not much that I've done at all, and I'm a little bit sorry about that, but like I said, I'm just on a tight budget at the moment because I haven't really got too much money. But next week, there should be a few more things in this week, just put it that way. I've got them all ordered already, so next week should be a good video. But what do you think of those grills? Let me know down below. They actually look really, really good, so much better than the stock ones. I really like them, and I think they are just a nice, tasteful addition to what we had before. So thank you guys ever so much for watching. I'll see you next week on Sunday. Have a fantastic week, and I'll catch you then. Peace out.